if you cannot reproduce a scan to have texture, I mean, that's obvious. It also has watermarks that you can see through the paper. It also has these disappearing ink stamps of the Michigan symbol on the back. As far as I know, none of this stuff was ever brought out. Now, my theory...
we've brought it out, sir. We've made videos about it, watched millions of times. What's your theory?
Okay, but here's my theory.
Okay.
That the Illuminati misjudged the longevity of Obama's staying power, and I think, personally, they might have even threatened him and said, Barry, you better take and
All right. We got to get to more callers now.
We're on the march. The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hey, Bill, pick up line 3. It's Brian.
Hey, Brian, what's up?
Sign here. Thanks. Hey, Bill, I just received my shipment of the safety net, our full-year emergency food system. I can't tell you how great it feels to personally not have to worry anymore, especially with the growing threats to our everyday food supply.
Brian, not only are you getting 4,320 nutritionally dense, delicious food servings, but the individual serving price is just $1.43 per meal. It's truly great tasting food at amazing prices.
The variety is also a huge bonus, Bill. It's like having access to a full menu of impressive food.
Well, it really is a safety net for those worried about the coming food shortages and how their families can prepare.
It's great knowing I'm covered for the future, but I gotta go, Bill, and get all this food unloaded.
With scorching heat devastating U.S. cropland, there's never been a better time to visit SafetyNetSavings.com. That's SafetyNetSavings.com. Visit SafetyNetSavings.com today.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now, new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
The largest part of gaining radiant health is detoxification. You can drink ionized water, cleanse your intestines, eat a perfect diet, and even take lots of quality supplements and in many instances only make minimal progress. What is the key to detoxifying your body of mercury, heavy metals, chemicals, and drugs? It is glutathione. Glutathione is the master antioxidant used to detoxify your entire body. It stops free radicals, keeps cells young, and reduces inflammation. One World Whey protein powder may be able to raise your glutathione production by 64% or more. One World Whey is more effective than any other whey protein powder on the market because it is unheated and from grass-fed cows. All other, quote, cold-processed whey protein powders have been heated and damaged by 15% or more. One World Whey comes in 3 delicious flavors. Call 888-988-3325. That's 888-988-3325. Or visit oneworldwhey.com. That's oneworld.com.
Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. we are live. We're doing an hour of overdrive right now at prisonplanet.tv and infowars.com. I'll be back for the full broadcast, Sunday edition, 4 to 6 p.m. Central. Bob Chapman is our guest. If you want to get a free copy, either hard copy or email copy of his powerful newsletter, a new one comes out tomorrow, you can simply call Midas Resources and they will put you in the hopper to get it. And it's 800-686-2237, 800-686-2237. Ted also has a deal where you can get 2 silver dollars. That's an $80 value in the market or more. In fact, I challenge you to get 2 silver dollars for $80 with silver above $40 an ounce. And you get a documentary film that is animated called American Dream, which is incredibly well done about the bankers and how to stop them. It's only 35 minutes long, so great to wake up novices out there. And the book, Big Brother, The Orwellian Nightmare Come True by Mark Dice, a book and a DVD free with free shipping, free book, free film. That's That's $40 off. So you pay for the cost of the coins. You get $40 of free stuff. It's a loss leader. Give Midas Resources a call and tell them it's the Alex Jones special. We'll take advantage of that. That's key, or it will cost a little bit more. Still very competitive. 800-686-2237. 800-686-2237. And while you're at it, ask him about the other radio specials and other silver and gold coins to get prices when Ted bought this gold and silver months ago. He is about to run out of the stuff he bought during that dip, and the prices will go up. They'll still be very competitive. 800-686-2237. That caller was getting into theories of what the Illuminati might be doing with Obama. I don't really get into a lot of theories. If I see a pattern that they're saying, white al-Qaeda is about to hit you, when they hit, what do? We spy on everybody. Everybody's al-Qaeda. And the point is they introduce it first, it's the Muslims, and it's everybody. That's how tyrants work. I use the Hitler example a lot. First, he went after unpopular minority groups, set the precedents, and then it was a free-for-all going after everybody. Bob Chapman, do you have any comments on that or the birth certificate issue before we go back to calls?
No, I don't.
Let's talk to Dangerous in California, then Jay, Ed, JR, and Chris, then we're getting into news. Dangerous, you're on the air.
Hi, Alex. Hi, Bob. How are you doing? Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you.
I wanted to bring up something I don't think has been mentioned on the program before, and it's perfect for Bob here. It has to do with the central banking system and potentially one of the biggest threats to it. And it's called Bitcoins, and I was wondering if you were familiar with it. It's a peer-to-peer encrypted digital currency that's inflation-proof and counterfeit-proof and control-proof.
But if it's inflation-proof, it's got to be then denominated into currencies. Sorry, Bob, go ahead.
Well, how is it denominated, to answer Alex's question?
Well, a certain amount of them are mined over a period of time through the computer network, and they're the single.
How do you buy them to begin with? How do you monetize them?
There's a couple of exchanges currently. They were 6 cents each only a few months ago. Now they're trading at over 15.
But see, then they're not inflation-proof. They're already inflating. They're based on currencies.
But there's only a certain amount of them that can ever be mined, and in a certain period of time, that number will be mined, and it won't be for a long time. It's a lot of people are picking up on this. It's becoming extremely popular, and a lot of people that are looking at it are saying, "Wow, this is really amazing. This actually could be one of the biggest potential threats to the central banking system."
Yeah, I've seen a lot of new alternative digital currencies out there. A lot of them actually put out by the establishment. I'm not saying that's what this is. I've heard the term before. How do you spell it?
Bitcoin, Bitcoin, like digital bit. And you can find out a lot more about it at forum.bitcoin.org. And that's where most of the information and the people are discussing it. There's been a lot of anti-Bitcoin propaganda in the news lately, but as well, there's been some positive information that's been put out as well. So I wanted to bring it to people's attention because it's definitely a good alternative and something that people should look into. And I was wondering if you guys were familiar with it or not.
I'm familiar with new digital competing private currencies. I know they're even going after gold and things now that are original. Hey, Bob, what'd you think of Bernanke saying gold is not money? That was pretty funny, wasn't it?
Well, he had no other choice, because if he said gold was money, then he would have to explain what the dollar was, and that's a fiat currency produced by the Federal Reserve. So he was between the rock and the hard place, so he had to lie.
Yeah. Well, listen, we'll look into the Bitcoin thing. I've heard of it before. I'm looking at bitcoin.org right now. We'll research it more, sir.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Who's up next here, John? Jay in Missouri are on the air with Bob Chapman. Go ahead.
Hey, Bob. Hey, Alex. How you guys doing today?
Good.
Yeah, first off, I got to tell you, you are the news, Alex. I mean, you had an eyewitness from Oslo within, 6 hours on the ground. I mean, multi-million-dollar operations out there can't compete with you. It's amazing.
Well, it's because we got a great crew and great listeners everywhere, so thank you.
Most definitely. Just an aside, personally, it was weird. I had a hack into my personal debit card over the last 2 days, and the only transaction was from Oslo, Norway, which was very odd to me. Just a crazy coincidence, and I'm online at the AlexJonesInfowars.com and all the sites, and I don't know, I'll have to look into it a bit more, but yeah, that kind of freaked my bones out when it hit me with a terrorist attack in Oslo. But I had a question for you and Bob concerning the debt ceiling at home. I haven't heard much coverage. Ron Paul did an interview, I believe, last week on Fox, where he basically stated that the Federal Reserve could technically write off the $1.6 trillion in U.S. Treasuries that they've purchased, since it's kind of the revolving door circle of corruption, and we wouldn't have to raise the debt ceiling at all, and we wouldn't have to raise taxes.
But then they've bought them, the private banks have bought them, they wouldn't get that interest, correct, Bob Chapman?
That's correct. But I think, those are really asides. What we have to get at here is the corruption in the banking system and the methods which they use to execute those things. And the entire nature of the fiat system, that has to be changed. And that's really what Ron is after.
Well, look, as he said and the Chinese have said, they've already been monetizing it for years. Now it's, 70+%? Bob, some estimates over 80. So they're already devaluing it. They've, as you said 3 or 4 months ago, you said he has said they're not doing QE3. They will do QE3. And so what does that signify? That's a good question right there as we start getting into monetary issues.
Well, what it means is that they can't stop until they are stopped. And the only thing that will stop them is hyperinflation. And so we're kind of guaranteed that we have to head in that direction unless something really unusual happens, like credit Anstalt or something like that. But the point here is that they're going to go along and do what they want to do as long as they can. And if they can't extricate themselves, maybe they'll have another war or a series of wars, or maybe they'll try to dump the problem where they might be able to survive because they started the whole thing by doing something like getting Ron Paul elected.
Well, I mean, at a certain point, what's happening is a lot of people that are high level in the power structure but aren't at the top elite level realize that they're not going to be part of the top of the pyramid, and that the people running things really are a bunch of power-tripping, anti-human lunatics who are so decadent and out of touch that they just hate humanity. And we need to get rid of these people. I mean, we need to get them out of the power structure. We need to lock them up. We need to write off all the fraud they've created instead of them wedding us to their fraud. I mean, their system is a post-industrial world, and they've come to terms with their parasitic system as if it's good what they're doing to society, and that wrecking things and creating poverty is some type of favor to humanity. And there is a group mind, a collective mind, in that a lot of people who are corrupt still care about their children at a certain level, and we've got to have a change. And the globalists, more and more, as I've said in the last 3 years, are not as arrogant as they used to be. That's why they're trying to hide in plain view now, be more and more open. They tried to deny this stuff was going on before. Now that it's there, they're just trying to kind of flood us with the info now, hoping we just become acclimated. But I don't see that happening, Bob. I mean, I don't see things going well for the New World Order crowd.
Well, as you said about a month ago, we're breathing down their collar, and they don't know what to do about it. And every day something happens in my world with my publication and all the programs I'm on. Something new comes up that shows me that we're really, really getting close to them and turning this thing around. What'll happen to make that happen, I don't know as yet. But we are being extremely successful.
And by the way, their mega ace in the hole is stage terror attacks so they can run around and grandstand and